Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you excited to go to school? Why
And
not?
I probably won't have homework, I'm hoping.
Oh, that's good, huh?
Now pick me up.
Okay, let's go. The lights got restored last night, thank goodness. Yay! But now is the aftermath. And here's the laundry. I already started one load of laundry and did a couple loads of drying because there was a load of laundry already in here, so I just re-washed it and dried it and then washed another load. And now we have all this. So that's what we're doing today, laundry and cleaning.
But first, coffee. And yes, I know it's past Halloween, but I love my Witch's Brew coffee cup that I got from Target. So don't knock it. It makes me happy, and I'll probably use it until Christmas time when I feel appropriate to bring out my Christmas mugs. I'm not quite sure about Thanksgiving mugs. Do you walk around with a turkey on your cup? Yeah, leave a comment below and let me know. Anyways, you guys, if you're new here, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Hope Brissette, and I make all sorts of content, mommy content, lifestyle content, cleaning, motivation. But my main goal here is to allow you guys to see that not everything or everything that you see is what you think it is. Life is not perfect, and you definitely see that here on this channel. This is a place where I hope that we can support and uplift one another with no judgment. If you do want to judge, whatever, that's cool. But if you like this kind of an atmosphere, please think about subscribing and sticking around.
And it's very fragile. I am gonna share it on Thursday. Are you filming that?
Yeah. You gonna share it on Thursday?
Yes.
Very cool. I love it. Do you want to show them your Sonic pajamas that you got? Nice. All right. Bye, Sonic.
If you need a hand, I am here for you. If you get lost, I'll lead you back, yeah. Walk that extra mile, I would do that too. Just so I could be beside you. If the end is near, just know that I got you. I'm your armor when things get tough. Know I got your back, your battles are mine too. I'll fight for you when things get hard.
If you were here with us last week, then you know the patio looked nothing like it does in this video. It basically looked like we were camping because we were. We had 2 giant coolers, a propane stove, and we were living out there without electricity in the house. So those bags are bags that I packed up with stuff to donate, and then here's everything that was on the patio, as well as a few other things that we needed to bring back to storage that we packed up in the car. And then this is what the refrigerator looks like the morning after the power came back on. Now, they told us the power was only going to be on for 3 hours and they were going to turn it back off. And we got fortunate enough that our entire county did not get stuck in a second blackout. So I just needed to clean out the refrigerator and put it all back together. But at this point, I only put a few things that we cooked the night before because I wasn't sure if the power was going to come back on. So here's a little trick and tip that most of you probably already know. Those are Dollar Tree placemats as well as Dollar Tree bins. And I stick these placemats and the bins inside of the refrigerator and the freezer, and that helps me keep everything organized and clean. So what I did while the power was out was I washed all of those mats by hand and all of the containers. And then when we realized that we were going to avoid the second blackout, as you can see here, I just started putting the refrigerator back together. So what you're going to see next is everything that came out of the coolers and everything that we were able to save and salvage from the power outage. The refrigerator did okay, but basically the freezer got wiped out. And a ton of the meat that we had, we were able to rescue and save having enough ice in the coolers, but that meant that the last few days I've had to cook so much meat. And so I've included that footage in with this video as well, which you will see at the end. Here's all the meat that we had to cook, and it was a lot. So if you guys have any recipes for meat, let me know, because I actually still have 2 giant steaks that I need to cook.
Say you don't wanna be with me, but you miss me as soon as it's over. Your name lighting up the screen, but you never call when you're sober. You say you don't like the games, but you play me like there's no tomorrow. You should know that I'm
If you've been here a while, you'll notice the laundry pile. Yeah, I can't seem to ever get it together to fold Mason's laundry and have him put it away. Yes, he does help me, don't get me wrong, before you say anything, but that just seems to be the dumping ground. Everything else is pretty easy to clean up, but that darn laundry pile. So this is the rest of the house, and I'm just going to do a quick show you before we get going. Hi, me again. So I just wanted to show you this awesome little hourglass that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. It counts down exactly 2 minutes, so it's perfect for kids who are always like, am I done brushing my teeth? Am I done? Am I done? 2 minutes. Perfect. I wanted to show you how prepared we were for the power outage. We did end up getting a bunch of extra water and some Premier Protein, which I always have with me, but we didn't need this, which was really nice. We were stockpiled, so that's good. Always prepare and have things that you can eat and drink that don't need to be refrigerated. That's what I learned during a power outage.
Drown yourself in the neon. You came to this place to hide away in the dark. You tell yourself you need to move on, but when night in the shadows can't ease your broken heart. They turn the volume up, you shut your mind. Wanna escape your thoughts for a little while, but when you close your eyes, I'm by your side.
I have 5 pounds of ground beef sitting here. These are each a pound, and then each one of these is a quarter pound. So I have 5 pounds of ground beef that I have to cook off and make stuff with to put in the freezer because I don't want it to go bad and I can't refreeze it since the power outage. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be cooking a lot of the meat that was in the freezer and then had to go in the cooler and did not refreeze but is still really, really cold. So I will cook a bunch of this down and then we will refreeze it for freezer meals. I also have 2 of these steak meals that were in the fridge, and I was going to put one in the freezer. I will put the footage of these being made because I did film that and then did not get a chance to get it up yet. So I'm going to show you right now what's in these bags, and then we're going to cook these off today too. I need to prep a couple things for the freezer and for this week's dinner, so I just thought I'd take you guys along with me and show you what I do. I'm going to make something that we call the steak meal, and that has the steak sauce or A1 sauce and an onion, and then any choice of meat that you want that is sort of a harder or tougher cut because it's going to marinate for quite a while. So this is the top round steak, and I picked these up You can see buy one, get one free. They were $6.79 a piece. The lady was like, oh my gosh, you found two that were the exact same price. I never do that. I'm never able to, but I was super lucky. And so they're both about £1 each. And I'm gonna show you guys how we make that and tell you how I freeze it and how I get it ready for the week ahead, because it does marinate for a little while. Okay, and then I'm also going to make this fajita little packet basically for the freezer for when we're ready to eat this. And this just uses some beef stir-fry steak, and I don't need much because I'm a vegetarian and only 2 people will eat this, my husband and my father-in-law. So this only cost me $3.21. And then I got a fajita packet. Now if you do your own fajita seasoning, even better if you can do that. I should try to find a recipe and make that in bulk, but I haven't yet. So this is what I'm going to use. And then both of these recipes call for onion. Now truth be told, I don't know if any of you do this, I actually pulled out of my freezer 2 onions that are half used. And obviously they are around the same time because they're both packaged in these little bat bags, which, how cute are these, from Target? I know, adorable. But that means that I just did this like within the last 2 weeks or week. Like really guys, like does anybody else do this? Yeah. So I'm going to show you how I prep these and then how I package them for the freezer and for the rest of the week.
I'm by your side, right? You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over, but you see my face on all the strangers though. So are you sure that it's over? When you close my eyes, I'm by your side, babe. When you close my eyes, I'm on your mind, babe. You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over. Drown yourself in the smoke, babe. You came to this place to hide away for a while, but we both know that when it gets late, one call away and then you are spending the night. They turn the volume up, you shut your mind, wanna escape your thoughts for a little while, but when you close your eyes, I'm by your side, right? You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that
Okay, so there I have it. I have 3 meals now ready to go. I'm going to put one of these in the refrigerator, one in the freezer, and then I have this as a freezer meal. But I do want to actually say that that's the fajita. We're not going to talk about that right now. Okay, so I do want to say that these two, the steak meal, like I said, you can really add anything you want. The original recipe did call for green peppers and potatoes, but my family doesn't like it that way. They just like it with the onions. If your family likes a little bit of sweeter food, you could add sugar, or you could probably add a little barbecue sauce, or you could add a little bit of Coke or a 7-Up, something like that when you're cooking it. To give it a little bit more of the sweetness and also help to tenderize the meat. But the other thing I wanted to say is that these need to sit in the refrigerator for a couple days before I cook this one and before I put this one in the freezer. If I put this in the freezer right now, that meat is not marinated. It's just gonna get frozen and it's not gonna actually absorb the flavor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick it in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 days, and then I'm gonna put it in the freezer. Now I just bought this meat and it wasn't pre-frozen, so I can do that. If you froze your meat and then you took it out and then you did this, do not refreeze it. Just do it like this and put this in the fridge. I keep wanting to say freezer. Put this in the fridge for 2 to 3 days and then cook it. This is a great meal to have when you're running late and you're busy. You can put it in the oven at 325 for 3 to 4 hours, depending on your oven. Mine's about 4 hours. And then I just serve it with mashed potatoes or baked potatoes and bread. And green beans if they feel like it. And then you can also put it in the crock pot on slow for 8 hours. So this is a really, really easy meal. It makes the house smell good. I would like to tell you that it's super flavorful. My family likes it, but I'm a vegetarian, so I've never had it. But it is one of my family's favorites. So if you make the steak meal, then leave me a comment below. Tell me what you thought. Also, send me a picture on Instagram or tag me in Instagram at Hope Brissette. I would love to see what you guys come up with. All right, that's that. If you guys like these, then let me know. Also, when I throw this in the crock pot, I will show you guys that. So probably next week you will see this in the crock pot and you'll see how it turns out. Okay, here it is. I dumped out both of the bags into this one container. I really would have rather put it in the bigger container, but that has all of the other ground beef that you saw in it. So this is what we are working with. I have 2 of the steaks in there. They're pretty large. Like I said, this was gonna be 2 meals. This was supposed to be one that was in the freezer for this week, and then one that was in the fridge for this week, and then one that went in the freezer for later in the month. But due to the power outage, we are making both. So whatever isn't eaten during dinner or whatever's left over and at the end of the week can be frozen again once it's cooked. I will do that. And that's what I'm planning to do with the ground beef as well, is freeze it after it's cooked. So we're gonna stick this in the oven for about 3.5 to 4 hours, maybe a little bit longer, at 325. I might actually go to 275 and then bump it up. I don't know yet, just because there's 2 of them and it's really early in the day, but I have a lot of cooking to do. So at the moment, I'm going to put it in at the normal time, which is 325 for about 4 hours, and I'll let you know how it goes. I wrapped it loosely in foil and just kind of crunched up the ends a little bit to keep some of the steam in, but not too much. I don't want it to boil. I just want it to kind of steam off and get all that good flavor into the meat. So I'm just going to turn the oven on. We're gonna go to 325, let that heat up. I'm actually gonna put this in the oven while it is heating up, and we will start cooking everything else. Don't mind the bottom. You guys, what can I do to get all this baked stuff off the bottom? We've already cleaned it with a special cleaner and there's still like all that junk in there. So let me know. Okay, and then lastly, I have a pack of ribs here, and I think these are 2 possible tenderloins. I'm not sure. I actually have to look at the list and see what these are that I have, but I've got to cook all that off too. So we're going to be cooking a lot of meat today.
Does anybody else's car look like this? Yeah, kind of embarrassing. If you get embarrassed, I don't. So here it is. I have like 3 sweatshirts, a cooler, and goodness knows how many receipts underneath all of that. Also, I gave away one of these Daisy Rose bags a couple months back to an awesome subscriber. I had a contest, and I just wanted to show you guys, because I get questions all the time about it, that yes, I do use it, and I love it. It is the #1 bag that I reach for. It holds everything I need, including my tarot cards, which are what is in that sparkly package. And I always put my mineral water in there too when I go out. And I love this mineral water because it's naturally carbonated, but it also has magnesium and potassium and all sorts of good things. This is not sponsored. I get it at Trader Joe's. I'm going to wrap this video up here, guys, but I just want to say thank you so much for coming by and watching us put our lives back together after the power outage. It could have been a lot worse, and I'm grateful that our house was not in the fire dangers, and I am praying for every single one of the people who were evacuated or who were displaced because of the fires. Thank you so much for watching, and definitely hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment below. Bye, and I'll see you next time.